Morning students, welcome back to our class that is retail management. Today we are going to complete a very important and a big topic that is nothing but retail pricing. So what is retail pricing? The price at which the product is sold to the end of the customer is called the retail price of the product, and the retail price is the summation of manufacturing cost. That means what are the expenditure has been taken place at the time of manufacturing cost and all the costs that retails incurred. That means what are the things has been taken place incurred at the time of charging the customer. So all these things will be there. Next, in simple parlance, price is nothing but what for some retailers the most important element of the retail mix is nothing but like convenience stores. I mean, maintain customer benefit is not only the low price but the convenience both in the terms of location and hours of trading. How many hours the employee is working. Now, we are having another thing that is nothing but pricing retail pricing objectives. See, in the retail pricing objectives, we are having few on the screen. That means first one is the product quality objective. In this, what will happen? A type of pricing objective that focuses on recouping costs associated with retail research and development to develop a desired product image will be taking place. Then scheming objective. In scheming objective, what will happen? Type of pricing objective in which the price for a newly introduced product is set high after competitors uh, enter into the market, the price is adjusted down. So it is a kind of strategy, I can say. So these skipping objectives are nothing but to create the difference when the product will be high in the market. So once the price is high, no one will come. As the competitors once enter in the market, they will also reduce their price the good quality. So that is nothing but uh, kind of a kind of object for this thing. Next thing is uh, market penetrating objective. Market penetrating means what will happen? See, uh, whenever the company wants to segment the population, that means market penetration is nothing but a measure of how much a product or service is being used by customers compared to the total estimation market. So they will come to know how many people are going to take me or not. So a type of pricing objective is there where in which product prices are initially set low to attract large number of buyers. So the resulting increase in sales volume offset the lower introductory price. Now market share objective. In the market share objective, it is a kind of pricing objective in which the retailer adjusts price levels based on competitors' changes in price with the goal of gaining market share. Then, survival objective is an objective in which the retailer increases price levels to meet sales expenses. Next one is return on investment objective. In this, the retailer attempts to meet or exceed slated return on investment figures. Then, profit objective. It is nothing but the retailer attempt to meet or exceed projected profit levels. Then, status quo objectives, in which the retailer attempts to maintain the current situation. Maintaining the current situation, status has to maintain the status of his business. Last one, cash flow objective is nothing but the retailer attempts to generate money quickly. As soon as they need more and more fast money with no time. Then retail pricing, that means we are having some more strategies are over here. That is objectives like maintaining a proper store image, discourage customers from becoming uh, overprice conscious, be perceived as fair by all the parties. All these things are there in the on the screen. Next, retail pricing strategy. So retail pricing strategy is nothing but There are two types of strategies here. So here we are having some, but the main important is everyday low pricing and high pricing. How much either we have to low rate our price or we have to increase the price. So there are strategies to setting profitable prices in retail are nothing but keystone pricing. So a keystone pricing is one of the most popular pricing strategies used by many retailers today. Discount pricing, multiple pricing, psychological pricing, absorption pricing, above below competition pricing are there. So these are the main emphasizes in the quality of services they are going to check it. Then next one is approaches. Approaches are setting prices in retailing. So what are those? Those are nothing but the cost-oriented pricing, demand-oriented pricing, competition-oriented pricing, multi-stage approach. If you see here, this just have a look on the screen. What are the pictures are there? Here we will go with this thing that is nothing but the pricing methods. In the pricing, you can see cost base. Cost base is depend on the cost plus pricing, market up pricing, demand and competition. And coming to the other pricing are nothing but multiple stages: value pricing, target driven pricing, going to the labo pricing, transfer pricing. All these things are comes under the approaches setting for the pricing in retailing. Now we'll go one by one. First one is cost oriented pricing. The cost oriented pricing is a method in the purest form of pricing method. In this method, a certain percentage of the desired profit is added to the cost of the product to obtain the final price of the product. So the cost of the product is the total cost spent on the production of the product. If you see here, the price unit cost plus expected percentage of the returns on cost, then these are the terms. So the selling price is nothing but total cost of the product plus profit margin. They will add in that itself. The margin is coming according to that. Next one is, but before that, the cost oriented, what is happening? Adding markup will be there, markup percentage, or adding the markup percentage of retail with simple formula like retail is equal to cost plus markup value. These are many things. Now, the keystones markup, initial markup, maintenance markup, planning markup for a department, all these things will be there in the cost oriented pricing. Now coming to the demand oriented pricing, it is nothing but the method of pricing in which the seller attempts to set price at the level with that the intended buyers are willing to pay. That means it is called a value oriented pricing. They will see the volume of purchase, that means value of the buyer, how much he can pay. To the depending on his volume, he will pay the product within the adjustment of that cost. For this, they have to focus. That means they may set the according to the anticipated demand for the product or services by customers or the versions or the place time. They will do that. Demand oriented price, that means odd, even, prestige, price lining, reference value, everything. If you see here, these are the types of demand. Now, third one is competition oriented pricing. In the competition oriented pricing, the price of a similar product sold by a powerful competitors than the consideration of the consumer demand. So what is happening here? The manufacturer price is determined more by the price of a similar product sold by a powerful or another competitor than the by consideration of consumer demand and cost of production. So it also referred to as competition based pricing. Next, if you see here, competition based pricing consists of premium pricing, discounter pricing, and panty pricing, going rate pricing. So these are the things. And the last one, in the competition, that means, for example, of the competition oriented pricing. For example, the rate of the commodity and the most retailer of that commodity will change very similar to the base prices. In other areas like particularly where there is a considerable product differences, the retailer has much greater scope for emphasizing other elements of the retail mix and thus prices set above the competition. So, the stores with high volume, low overheads, or others are able to price below competition. Next, multi-stage approach. In the multi-stage approach, what is happening? Multi-stage sampling is defined as a sampling method that divides the population into groups or clusters for conducting research. So during this sampling method, the significant clusters of the selected people are split into subgroups at various stages to make it simpler for primary data collections. If you see here, what he is doing, how many different kinds of people, what are the examples, what are the advantages, applications, database and so on, everything. How many people are educated, how they are divided. Then we'll go with the factors affecting the pricing decisions in detail. So we are having target markets, competitions market, company objectives, role of price, and other factors. See, in the target market, the pricing decision should be very closely address the requirement of the target market. If the need is for the best possible price deal, then low prices would be offered. If exclusivity, services and status were required, higher prices would be offered. For example, some exclusive fashion retailers refuses to mark down slow-moving lines for fear of compromising their exclusive image. Instead, they might sell their merchandise onto another retailer. Then competition is nothing but analyzing the competitor's pricing strategy with determining what pricing strategy a retailer may adopt in order to compete effectively. Company objectives. As you know that when a company is starting the pricing decisions, people will be more concerned of overall the company objectives and they will make certain strategies, policies for coming and matching with the mission, vision and objectives of the company. Now, the role of the price. See, the role of the price is the retailing mix should also be determined. If the price is perceived as a key element in the customer's purchase decision, then price will be used to establish a differentiating role. And on the other hand, price is not seen as important than other elements of the mix may be emphasized. Coming to the other factors, intermediaries may well influence the pricing decisions. Financial institutions may alter rates of interest, suppliers may put up their prices, trade unions may demand higher wages for the government to change the pricing policy or tax structure. Now, pricing line. See, pricing line is a technique used by retailers to group of common items at set price point. So, rather than setting the retail price based on the cost of competitions, pricing lining is a way to simplify the pricing of assorted goods by establishing tiered price points that can support assortment of goods. So here it has been mentioned clearly. So forcefully they are making the price up and the value down. So for creating the market, the competition prices should have to be come down. Next, uh, advantages. What are the advantages of your price aligning? See, the basic price zones like promotion zones will be there, volume zone, prestige zone will be there. But sales volume will be there where this can be increased by the provisions of larger choice at each price point. So more effective blog displays and advertise through line concentration, less confusion by customers on prices. Gross margin. Increased sales for smaller stocks means a higher stock turn rate and favor markdowns. More possibilities of bulk buying with better discounts and possible reduction in number of suppliers, reducing direct buying expenses. Buying will be there, pricing will be the control and expenses. All these are the terms for price lining. So this will help in taking that means help in price lining, advantages for price lining. Now, ethics issues in pricing. So first one is price discrimination, vertical price fixing, horizontal price fixing, predatory fixing. See, as you know, price discrimination means if the price is high. This price discrimination occurs when a vendor sells the same product to two or more retailers at different prices, then the price discrimination is taking place. Vertical price fixing is nothing but when a manufacturer has decided that no store should sell its products below suggested retail price. So this practice is known as resale price maintenance, and vertical price fixing and fair trade laws are involved. So involvements of agreement to fix prices between the parties at different levels of the different marketing channels is taking place. Now coming to the horizontal pricing. Horizontal pricing it includes that means it's an agreement between the retailers that are in direct competitions with each other to have the same price. So the consider the hypothetical case of two large discount stores. Predatory pricing is nothing but establishing merchandise prices to derive out competitions from the marketplace is called predatory pricing. Once again, I repeat, predatory pricing is nothing but the merchandise prices are a group of merchants will make or establish a price to drive out competition from the marketplace. It is known as predatory pricing. I hope students understand the concept and work. Please mention your roll numbers in the comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day. If any doubts are there, please comment in the comment box. Thank you.